Right now on the Now, high winds fanning these flames of a large grass fire north of Kansas City. More than 1,300 acres now burned. Within the past 90 minutes, we learned this may have been started by someone mowing the lawn. We're also monitoring a couple of fires burning south of Kansas City. We have live team coverage of this situation. We start things off with Cynthia Newsom. She's in Platte County. And Cynthia, we can sure see the wind blowing, and that has been part of the problem today.
You know, I've been standing here just right now for about 10 minutes, and it's really so strong it's about to blow me over. 30 minutes ago, we were on Highway 9 near Beverly. We had a direct view of the fire, but as a precaution, firefighters evacuated that area, and now we are about 4 miles east near Tracy. Now, this fire started at 10:30 this morning. About 75 firefighters from different fire departments all around this area have come in to help to battle this fire, and we can tell you that it covers about 1,300 acres. And for the first time, we're really learning exactly how this fire started.
It's owned by the Bureau of Prisons, which is the United States government. They were out this morning mowing, and apparently a bearing went out on a mower deck, and started a fire.
Now, that deputy fire chief told me the strategy right now is to use dozers to actually dig a dirt trench in front of and beside this fire, trying to eliminate any fuel. And without fuel, the fire cannot advance. But with this wind, it's highly possible that even with a dirt trench, some spark could be carried by the wind to a different location, and this fire could keep marching on. So right now, we do not know when this fire will be contained. If it is contained, they said they'll still be here until 10 o'clock tonight because they have to make sure all the hot spots are out. But right now, this fire is not contained. We'll continue following the story for you from here in Platte County. Reporting live, Cynthia Newsom, 41 Action News.
So here's a look at the area where this all happened, where you can see it's just a little bit south of here. The fire is right off of 92. Let me show you where it is on this map here. So I'm going to turn this to satellite here so that you can make this out. Here's Leavenworth over here. We're going to zoom in. This is the bridge, the Centennial Bridge in 92. Right in here is where all these buildings have burned that are on. That's an old abandoned property. And then as it moves its way up, there's a BP gas station right about here, which is what they were concerned about. We talked to a worker a little bit earlier. But right in there is where they're trying to contain this fire. And we'll continue to monitor this here until they can get it under control. And Cynthia's there as well, keeping us updated. And SkyTracker capturing some of the best images of this fire. Take a look at this as the flames consumed this barn. The huge building just totally consumed by those flames. J.D. Rudd continuing our live team coverage today. J.D., this wind just not giving firefighters much of a break.
No, the wind has been a bit of an issue for us. There's no question about that at all. The wind occasionally with where we are, to kind of set the stage for you, we're just to about the east of the Weston area, just to the west of Tracy by about 4 miles. We're kind of in a little bit of a valley, which could be a good thing. The wind hasn't been too strong around here, but we talked about earlier just how dry the conditions are. I mean, I just picked up a few leaves and a few bits of grass that are just kind of sitting around near me. These are very dry. There's been no moisture at all. So this is the kindling, and all it takes is one little spark or two, and that gets going, and then the wind carries it away, and there's been no issue. We've had plenty of wind. We've been out here for the last half hour or so. So far, the strongest wind gust that I've been able to record on the anemometer here has been just over 21 miles an hour. Now, that may not sound impressive, but when that blew through a few minutes ago, it did kind of make us take a step back a little bit. As humans, we often grossly overestimate wind speed. So this is what we felt so far. Just know we've had official gusts today at around 40 to 50 miles an hour. So when you take a look behind me, you see this big, wide open area out here. There's been mandatory evacuations over here. The police told us that earlier from these buildings that you see in the background there. They've closed off parts of the highway here just as a safety precaution. But as Cynthia told you, things are controlled now. There's still a lot of smoke out there, no question about that. The wind may help that in some sense to help mix the smoke up a little bit into the atmosphere. But no doubt about it, the wind is going to stay strong. It's going to be an issue for us.